All right, so let's go full screen and let's go to the Blizzard in what I assume is Buffalo. And appropriate, you might hear in the background, is my daughter listening to Frozen. So it all makes sense. So the Jets, the Bills, what's on the line here? For the Bills, nothing's on the line. But they do get to try and play spoiler here against a Jets team that's on a 5-game win streak. They're fighting with the Dolphins. They're a game or so ahead. I don't know how the tie works, maybe a game and a half or whatever the case may be, but they're kind of in a control their own fate, win and in kind of deal. So the Bills are going to come out at home, second matchup. They've had a couple close matchups. We're going to go a little misdirection to Henry. But, 24 zone. But anyways, here we are. It's always fun to break down divisional games because you play each other so much, so you kind of get a feel, see how they adjust. Little flood concept with a backdoor screen. That gets picked off. Ooh, it's quick. So let's go and break down because I don't hate the screen call. So first thing you have to notice when we come out, this kind of sucks, is that Mixer or Twitch darkens. All right, so the one thing that's wrong. So if you look here, if you could see my mouse, over 18, he came out and his 3-4 defense. And you have an outside linebacker here, which is typical Troy to play his base 3-4 defense. At least I think it is. Nonetheless, this linebacker is lined up right over. You see how spread out everybody is? He's over top of the running back, Mosley being him. All indications are that this is cover 2 man. Cover 2, there's only one linebacker in the middle. He's playing over top of the running back. And this linebacker, instead of being out in the middle where you would find in zone defense, in man align, he's manned up. Man is not the formation to run the screen against because this player doesn't drop back into a zone. They run and they attack, and it's even doubly worse whenever this is a user-controlled linebacker because they can make a jump. So that's the first tell here. See how he had to move him in because he didn't want to get shredded by the run. That would be the move here, is either a quick throw to manipulate 18 or a quick run, but definitely not the move here. You see all the linebacker here run straight to the receiver. It's literally just one-on-one situations. Obviously, he can't throw. I mean, he could, but it wouldn't be wise to throw these routes, even though X is probably open. Doesn't matter. You're kind of trapped here. So that's the fall here, is coming out and throwing that screen against man coverage. So that's what we're looking for, is an indicator. What coverage we're in. That's one of this, that play action passes, your seams that beat cover 2, your screens. You got to come out and you got to be like, all right, do I have the look that I want? No. Okay, hot route out of it. Or if you can't hot route out of that bad route, completely audible. And if you don't have anything that looks good and it's like a key play, like this one wasn't a key play, it was just second down. So he should be all right. But then you can always call a timeout and just kind of regroup. But for the most part, you have options available for you between at the line of scrimmage. So it's never fun to come out and throw a pick on your second play of the game. You're down 7-0, and they're going to get the ball back at half. Let's go with the spot. Super pinch of this 3-4 defense. And I like this read. I like that read. So if you've played Troy at all in the last year, the staple of his defense is actually very similar to what we saw with Blue last week, which is 3-4 odd, cover 4 drop 2. How do I know it's cover 4 versus Troy? Well, once again, he's in his base 3-4 set. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this game. But then you have the line. Both the cornerbacks are off. I guess it kind of helps because you can see my mouse. And then both safeties are off. So this is the shell that's cover 4. And then his 3-4, more than likely it's going to be cover 4, drop 2. So patience is the name of the game here because he's dropping 8 in the coverage, and he pinched. So if you see here, he's got all day. Just being patient. Obviously, you have to fit that into a small window, but having a guy like Josh is the guy to do it. Might have thrown it a little late, but that's okay. You can't critique somebody who threw a complete pass. So, especially in Cashman is no slouch, right? So to beat Cashman means you're beating most of the linebackers in the league. Comes out in this empty set, and we're back in man coverage. Y is open. Let's go back here. So how do we know we're in man? The middle of the field is completely empty. Everybody has somebody over them. If you see all the receivers, and these are outside linebackers. So you got them in a good play here. I would be looking to the left because it's the most open side. So with all these out-cutting routes, outside of the field is going to be a little bit more open. And your best receivers over there. So right there, I'm throwing the Y. I understand that that might be a little bit hard of a read, and it's easier for me to say that because I have Hopkins. But that's the throw there. He does have A, but you see there's outside leverage. I know that's kind of hard to read sometimes. So he could have gone to B here. Not the worst throw. He actually does get hands on it and drops it. And another thing is, too, that was Jenkins. It was Jordan Jenkins, who's a pass rusher. So I don't know if his thought was, oh, I have a good matchup. So here we're back, and he's still in 3-4. We're in like super pass heavy thing. This is an outside linebacker out here. So Corey, I like these passes. Let's just be patient. This probably isn't going to be dropped. This is actually going to be blitzing 5. And ooh, a dangerous throw, but he gets it over on the flat. We're not going to break down every single throw here. They're not all going to be open, or we're going to feel ghost pressure. 3rd and 5. Big play. He's finally out of that 3-4, and he's into nickel. And we go back to the screen. I do like the screen here. I do like that because keeping him on the toes. That time he ran it against zone, and you notice that nobody was in the way. So what I don't like what Corey's doing is he's playing coach suggestions, which is going to severely limit the kind of passes, or you're going to get the same passes. Just even if you're like you're going to get – so what is coach suggestions? As far as I understand, what it is the playbook that you have when you go in and it says on 1st and long or here 2nd and long, these are the plays. And it's the same – like it's just the most used plays. That's why when you play the CPU, they're really predictable is because they only pick from these slated plays most of the time. So you're getting the same curl combo. You're getting the same – like that's not really helping you. You're not really coming back to plays that work well. You're just kind of picking what gets picked. And that's not helping you because it's playing scenario. You're playing the 2nd and 9 scenario, but you're not playing what Troy's playing. Troy has come out, and he's backing it again, and I'll just do it real quick so you can see. He's back in 3 down line. He's in base 3-4. He's in base 3-4. So you can't come out and run the standard 2nd and 9. You have to attack base 3-4, which is receivers on the field and picking them apart. I do like that quick flat. It is a little bit unfortunate that it got hit out. He red man, attacked a slant flat combo. Slant was there. That's okay. Now we're back out. But look, so we're 3rd and long again. And what you did the last time is you ran a play like this or very similar to this. Like it's just giving you the same plays. Remember, I said earlier, throw the corner to Y on the left side. Now it's just the same play but flipped. It's not the same play, but similar combos. You're just going to get the same thing over and over again. You're back in man coverage, press man. So how do you want to attack this? Find the weakest matchup. You have, it looks like Mosley on Jones on the right side there. He's going to go after the out, and that's going to be incomplete. Mosley did kind of an annoyingly good job on Zay Jones there. Forced the inside move and had leverage on him. So interesting plays there. All right, so now our first true defensive possession for the Bills and an offensive possession. So gets the seam in there for 21. Let's break that down. So this is what I like about Troy's game is we know he wants to run the football. We know that that's his thing is Bell and Eckler. So you come out and you come out in a run set and you throw the football on first down because you might be getting an overcommitment to the run. So it's got this flat in this seam by Crowder. It looks like cover 3, as you can see here as they're all breaking. And then it's just a nice, easy throw over the linebacker. He did throw it. It's hard to say he threw it late. It's unfair because that's a 6'5" Edmonds. But that's what happens if you run cover 3 and you don't use your kind of the inside is you really give up those seams, which is something you want to lock down early, whether you bring that middle third up and let him play a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. Either way, same formation, 1st and 10, and then they're going to go to the run game. And after a 4-yard gain, you have to kind of, I wouldn't say it's kind of suspect, but Troy's thing and what he's going to do is he's just going to keep pounding the rock because he's got 2 talented running backs, because he trusts it. It's what he wants to do. He didn't really pass much last year. Comes out, runs dive. Let's go ahead and get another 3 or so, 4 yards and make it 3rd and short. And bam, look at this, right back into the strong tight. What I do like is that he doesn't do this on defense, the coach suggestions, but really got to move away because I think it limits using the passing plays that really work in this game. So we go stretch with Eckler. He just runs behind his left guard or his left tackle and his tight end extremely well. 1st down. So it might be a little bit of a boring analysis as he comes out once again in I form. And Corey calls nickel. Interested to see how that stops. We saw in the last film review that the Saints like to stop the run out of nickel. Not everybody can do it. When you have a guy like Edmonds, it looks like it'd be pretty effective. Cut back inside. 2nd and 8. How do you defend teams that just want to run the football? They just want to get out there and grind it. And I wish I have an answer for you. I think the big thing is just tackling and not getting upset when there's a big chunk run. 2nd and 8. Looks like we might have a fake hot route. Yep, looks like it. Oh, a big shed there by Phillips. And now that's 3rd and 7. So this is good here. Is 2 big sheds, one by Edmonds, one by Phillips, and that's going to put the Jets in a situation where if they're going to run the ball, they need something big. And it's good that the Bills can trust themselves in nickel. So let's see what we have here. Looks like cover 6, and he's going to use the outside linebacker. All right, so he ran the football, and I don't hate this from Troy. Why don't I hate this from Troy? He's up 7-0. If you're expecting the pass, and I know we've kind of repeated this point, but if you're expecting the pass, then you can get out there, maybe get a chunk play as he misses the field goal there. But he got a chunk play to make the field goal a very possible field goal. And that would have put him up 10-0 theoretically if he had hit the field goal. I understand the snow is causing some issues. So big play there instead of throwing it into coverage. Handoff there by Henry on the backside A-gap back to the 3-4. So, I mean, you got to – this is what he wants to do. Look, you have a 5-wide set, and it's the same exact 5-wide set that you where we said Jeffrey was open and said you threw it to Stamer. Last time, though, I don't know if it was the actual spot, if it was double move by Jones. Nonetheless, you've got him in very bad shape. You have 5 wide, 13 personnel, or not 13, 11 personnel, and he's in 3-4 odd. So this is where he's making a scrambling change, and he throws it again. Now, I get that it's open, or I get that you completed it. So right here, he's scrambling, okay? So I understand not wanting to throw at his user. I do understand that. I can't really blame you for that. B right here would be open. On the right side, that flat would be open. And even then, if you come back to it later and just remember that he abandons Like he goes over to guard that out and corner combo by Henry and Jeffrey. You can come back to it right there or to Y. This one, I mean, you just kind of got bailed out by the Josh Allen 99 arm strength, but that's the second time you've caught this combo, and it's the second time you've just kind of thrown it a little blindly. Look, back again, once in 3-4 again. I like this go. Maybe do it by Jones too. So he's giving you deep balls. So he comes out and he's going to man a line. This is probably a form of pinch, if not a full-out blitz. So you go out. All right, so Jeffrey's not a deep ball guy. He's a jump ball guy. He's a red zone guy. He's not going to be this route kind of guy. You got to go curler out here because nothing – what I would do is I would go curler out with Jeffrey, and I would take Jones and send him deep. Why would you do that? Because if this player is being usured by Troy and he runs over to play the out, you have the free deep ball. If he's not and he follows the deep ball, then you know you have Jeffrey, big body, on the out. Instead, it is man coverage. He is completely blitzing, and nobody gets open. So recognizing when it's man up coverage, and then knowing the combos that are going to beat that or force him to pick one or the other, or to check out of that blitz. Instead of just picking at random here, the second suggests like none of these plays are good. None of these plays are going to get you where you want to get you. None of these formations are really helping in terms of getting you in good situations from passing the football. You have to hot route into everything. And as a guy that hot routes a ton, you know, I'll tell you, it's fun to get out there, just pick a pass play and go. But that seems to be the biggest issue so far. All right, so it looks like we're going to be blitzing again. I would not be surprised that he's blitzing. Why? Look on Jones. Safety's over him. Henry, corner's over him. Man up. And then these guys aren't playing any – they're not even – these Mosley and Cashman don't even look concerned about Croft, and he's already moved this safety down. So everything tells me it's a blitz here. So we talked about what Troy did, which was he ran the football to try and get into field goal range. That's got to be the go-to here, or a quick pass against this blitz because they're coming. They're coming, and they do come, and we got to get the football out. Wow. So he ends up throwing what should have been a pick, and it doesn't get picked off by the corner. Still fourth down. Don't know if you're quite in field goal range, and what's unfortunate is you're not in a position to wait it out for the clock left. Man, I'm not really speaking well. You don't have time to wait it out to get to the second quarter. You were just a second short, but that's not really your fault. I think it'd be too much to ask mentally to be like, oh, you got to wait another second. So if you fail to play, it'll, I don't even know if the clock was running. So still 7-0. It's not unreachable. What I do like is you didn't throw a pick and you didn't take a nasty sack. Another thing to consider is this is a second field goal that was missed in this game. So maybe in the future, if it's a long field goal, if it's not necessary, maybe consider punting it. It might not be as easy as it looks to throw the football out here in these conditions. We've already saw, I don't know if you saw in the one sack you just took, or Corey just took, he had a wheel route, and the wheel route fell on the cut up the field. So it could be a number of things that are going on here. But nonetheless, we're in 2nd and 8, and gun empty. So he goes to nickel to counter this empty set. And just kind of trusting that defense and D-line, and they're doing a good job. Is what you really got to do when you're playing against this specific passing offense is limit the big plays to guys like Robbie Anderson. He's going back to the same formation. Limit the big plays by guys like Robbie Anderson. Limit the runs, and then there's not a lot of weapons on this team. So 3rd and 8 here. In a very similar, looks like cover 6 again. He gets stuck on Hughes, and the pass is going to sail out of bounds. Kind of unfortunate. I feel like I don't know what you were trying to do to switch. and get stuck on Hughes. It just seemed like it was logical to stay on Micah, maybe trying to get to a linebacker. I don't know. This happens to everybody. 4th and 8. I wanted actually, let's break that play down from his perspective. So we're doing a lot of Corey breakdown. We're not doing a lot of. So we came out in the same exact formation that we just came out in. This is my old favorite Z under formation. And this is the fade out play. Yeah, where three out here have the verticals. There's a little outside release go, and then there's a late releasing out here. So he's going to go after the speed advantage. So yeah, so you have vertical, vertical, vertical. It looks like there might be even man coverage here. From a defense's perspective, or from what Troy can see, it might look like man. So these verticals might be taken out of the picture. So when it doesn't go, when it's not man after the snap, I don't know exactly what he's hot routing, or if he was. He probably could have gone here, but once again, you don't want to test a tall Edmonds. The other two are going deep. This route's taken. So essentially, he wants this deep ball down the sideline. He probably could have waited, but the user play on Hughes here may have discouraged this out, because if you look right here, it's going to get open. Another thing, too, from Troy is he's panicking, and look how far he backs up. He's making this throw a lot harder than it has to be, because we're just backing up, we're drifting. Ed wasn't really in a situation to get the sack there. So case in point, he stopped the run early on 1st down. We go 2 straight passes incomplete, and you're able to get the Jets out of that scenario. So big plays there by the Bills defense, a little reminiscent of their in real life stuff, as they're going to punt it away. All right. Everything screams that man blitz again. Pinch buck zero's coming. We have 3-4. He's manned up. He trusts why? He's got speed. He's got Jamal. He's got Perry Nickerson somewhere. So what do you do? A run is not a bad option. Why is a run not a bad option? Because there's no flowing safety or linebacker to worry about. So if you just get good blocking, I understand it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get that. Wouldn't be the worst idea to run. And then he checks out of that cover. Yeah, I don't even know what his game plan is. And then, of course, the safety comes flying in. Let's see what play he checks to. He checks to cover 2 man, and I don't know if the safety just reads it or blitzes. He checks out of the play right here into cover 2 man. He got scared. He's not ready to commit to that cover 0 live. Base aligns, and then, he was just sprinting down with him to the line of scrimmage. Okay. I don't hate the run. This kind of sucks, but it's okay. It's okay. And don't get discouraged. But what kind of team are you? Derrick Henry is not going to be the shotgun back. That's not why you went and got Derrick Henry. So I like that throw there. It was kind of open, little in terms of reading the defense. He's in 3-4 again. This is a linebacker out there, which is why he has to bring the safety. So everything alerts to blitz again. He's let this flat open a couple of times because he base aligns, which would be something to remember. And in terms of open throws, that was probably the one to try to make because of Zay's inside leverage. It would be a little too much to criticize there for that particular read. It doubled, but they were trailing and he had inside leverage. Everything screams that was the right throw. All right. So he's coming out in these blitzes and he's checking out of them. Looks like we're back into some form of cover 2 man because he switched to safeties high, press. Looks like some inside shade. And the downside is not having the speed to attack this. This is where you got to snap the ball. Well done and well done. I understand that he got an animation, but I do like this. So you have a guy like Troy or Jordan does this. Does Shrimp do this? I don't know. They just change so much. Warren does it a little bit too. You just change, just constantly changing on defense. I don't know what the game plan is, but checking out of a play, and then he checks into something else, and then as soon as he checks into something else and a guy abandons, just snap it. And this, in theory, is the right throw. I don't know if you let it outside or inside. There's also RB here, but he kind of had two people bracketing him. This looks like it might have just been late. I'm not horribly upset, but that was the right throw. Got him out in a bad spot. It just recovered, and that's a defense built on speed there. That was the right read. The Jets, let's see if they continue to do this where they come out in these blitzes and then they're checking into cover 2 man, and if they get toasted by it at some point, because once again, the two guys that I listed that do this, Jordan and Warren, they're no chumps on defense, and it works for them, but they're not doing it just to do it. They're doing a lot of things, a lot of hot routes, and they're quick with it. Warren's very quick with it. Troy, to his credit, I mean, he's done a good job on this five-game win streak. So it's just going to be a matter of figuring out if that's going to be a burden for him against some of the better teams, or is that going to be something that even gets him burned this game? So in the gun, 1st and 10. Oh, that poor Brucey. Should have been a pick. We won't break it down, but we'll watch it again. How about that? We won't break it down. So this is the same play he ran earlier. He threw the go to Crowder. It was the first play of the game. This one goes little wheel route and then an out route. So a wheel and an out. So you tell me if those routes, they end up in the same spot. So I don't know if they were hot routed or not, but that was bad on him because he sent both of those routes to the same area with the same depth. And that should have been a clear interception. Oh my gosh! Did you just? Oh my God! What an asset! Look at Edmonds. I mean, against everybody, that's free to the corner, and this man, woof! This man is blazing fast on that pursuit, boy. Against everybody in the league, that running back gets to the edge and they gone. Whew. Something to watch. 3rd and 4. We'll be taking a break after this drive, a quick pause. Might cut it out. Might just leave it depending on how long it is, just so we could take my daughter to bed. So, all right, here we go. Le'Veon Bell. Ooh, 3rd and 4, big stuff. Tremaine Edmonds. Oh, he is going to get it. I thought he got stopped. But Edmonds is everywhere right now. I mean, my man's in nickel playing these runs. Edmonds is everywhere. That's the guy I'm looking forward to. All right, single back, 3 tight end. We're in cover 2 nickel. We're kind of hurting ourselves here if we give up a big run. I get that you have big, solid D-line and some interior run stuffers and Tremaine Edmonds, but he wants to run and you're giving him one less linebacker to deal with, and you're kind of picking your plays a little fast. So if you could stop the run in nickel, that's cool. And there's a big stop there, forcing him inside. This Phillips guy is getting a lot of sheds, forcing him back inside or stopping him when he goes outside. We're good. We get out of nickel here. Goal line normal. All right. We're at goal line. There's a lot. There's tosses. Well, there's tosses right there. And he's going to get the first down. Goal line's hard to play, man. It's hard. I just feel like at the current moment with the way offensive run blocking is, that it's really easy to get those yards, especially on 3rd down when it's, there's not that extra pressure, so you'll check out of a play. There's just a lot more room to work with. 1st and 10, back on a run set. I like the 5 down linemen. And, of course, he gets the tackle, but, of course, with 5 down linemen, you don't get any shedding. But then against the 4 down nickel set, he's getting all the block shedding. Troy's being real methodical here. His passing has been his weak point, so you really want to try to do what you can to get him back into passing sets. Throws this ball late while backing up. Only his second completion of the game. All right, let's see how Troy attacks this third down. I mean, all intentions say run. So what opens up? I would say in theory, football theory, play action opens up, but that just never seems to be the case. I like the one high look here. We're going to go stretch to the right, and he's going to get all the run blocking in the world. I don't know why Troy refuses to juke. Yeah, so remember, this is what we call even set. There's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on each side. So a tight end, that's the strong side. The fullback will take you to the play. That's what you have to remember when you're playing the run, is the fullback is going to take you to the play. So you're stacking these guys on the, well, not really this guy, on the wrong side of the formation. Another thing to remember is he can't throw and he doesn't have the greatest line. So press this corner. This is White. You could trust him. Press this corner down. If you really can't trust this corner and press, take this safety and put him in a deep half. And then the corner should play anything inside. The press should stop enough. And then if he gets instant beat on the press, then you still have over the top coverage. Then if you do have these like runs as toss or stretch, at least he's down inside, so like maybe shed and help out with run defense. But yeah, everything about this was we have our top running, like there's nobody here. And if you're given this much here, then he has to either overcommit and there's a cutback lane, or he could just take this to the corner like he does with great patience. So strong side of the play with these power run teams. And if you get beat without, like if he, like it's tough because there are going to be times where you just get beat by a backside run, whether it be a counter, whether it just be a backside zone run, or maybe he hot routes it to the other side and switches the run. It doesn't matter too much because if he beat you without the fullback's help. Big stop there by Edmonds again, all the way down to Cannon, the third stringer. All right, once again, the strong side of the run is to the right. Now we have good numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, and then theoretically here. But you got to remember this running back in may come out, or this wide receiver in may come in and chip. And I couldn't see if there's nobody else outside of this player. So bring him down, press him, press Y, and then press down on the left stick, and that'll bring these corners up. You're not really too worried about getting beat in the press here, and it's good to have them on the line of scrimmage. It couldn't hurt to shade the line over to the right because there's the extra tight end help. But not the end of the world. Let's see how this one plays out. They're going to check it to the left. And who else? Who else? I don't know why he would check away from the weak side of the formation with the corners off. He had the edge there. He may have just been overthinking it. And, I mean, look at that. Oh. You want my first, second, and third rounder? You can have them. I don't even have a second and third rounder, but you can have it. 3rd and 15. Drop into coverage. Just let him throw it. And look at that. I don't know if that's Levi Wallace, but that's an interception for the Buffalo Bills. I like that. That was a good possession. I mean, you did the best you could against the run. Oh, Corey. Corey. All right, let's talk about it. Backside A gaps taken. Play side. All right, so play side A gap, like you just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just have to flow. Follow your fullback. Well, that's unfair. Follow your fullback. It's a pulling play. All right, my bad. I didn't know this. But nonetheless, if you're not going to follow the fullback, the concept, if you're pulling a guard, if you're pulling somebody, you follow the pull. the fullback is going to be a deviation because the pooling. That's just the linebacker thing. So if you know you have a pooling guard, you got to follow him. Follow him to daylight because there's a reason he's pooling because everybody over here, center's crashing, right guard's crashing, right tackle's crashing. So open up a lane for your left guard. I mean, look right here to the right. If you just stayed on the outside hip, the only person that could have stopped this play was a corner. Yeah, we got to be following our blocks here. We're a little too antsy to get to the cutback lane. That's some daylight on the right side. 21 very well could have come in and made a tackle, but yeah, run the daylight. All right, we're gonna have the fakes on. This is just unfortunate for you. 5-man front, he gets a shed. I understand you being patient here. It's the end of the quarter. You have the win, so you're going to get a little bit more on your punt, and you're just trying to not get into a bad play. All right, sticks. All right. So we're going to get this go. So I don't hate it because it's press man. And if you're going to run press man, the best thing to do against it is run verticals, especially with a guy like Alshon. So a big body guy, this is a tight window throw and a and a throw that has to come out quick. And really the only throw available. So, and Nickerson is good. It's been a pick monster for Troy, but he hasn't been a guy that has high ratings. So you can still trust him, especially against Alshon. And that's where you use Alshon, not the deep goes where you're expecting, to win with the rat catch. All right, I like this. I like that. I like that. All right, we're throwing it out to Alshon again. Remember, he's not that guy. He's never going to win this foot race, and this game doesn't favor the height and deep ball scenarios like this. It's like if you're stacked, if the corner's stacked, he just jumps up and grabs it. I get your intentions, and I like the movement away from the blitz. I don't know, dude. It's like a minute and 22 left in the half, and this man is still in base 3-4 on every pass play. I don't know how he's stopping the pass either. X is open here. And then it closes up. Yeah, you're kind of – and I think if there's anybody to blame, it's no way. I think if there's anybody to blame, it's that you're just kind of picking the suggestions, and it keeps giving you the same plays. Stick doesn't really work against what he's trying to run here. I get that this is the first time you run this play, but you're not picking based off of him running man or 3-4 odd. You're picking based off of, oh, I do like that. Okay. That's just mean. He's running 3-4 odd, and he's bringing yet the same pinch zero blitz. He doesn't give a shit right now. Troy isn't giving two shits what you do. Now, I do like the dump off. It is a little risky. It is risky running these bunches because like the users will get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to a ball being picked. I do like the throw with a man in your face, and I do like the juke. I think I mentioned to this in the DMs before, being careful about unnecessary skill moves, but can I really blame you against this throw? But you're doing a good job when you're spreading him out and getting him in bad situations. You're not doing a good job when it comes to clicking your plays, and that seems to be the issue here for Buffalo. We're back to stick. It's like the same passing. You got to get these pass plays that you know work against the coverages and adjust. Here we go to 4-4, so a little bit different look here. Looks like either cover 1 or cover 3. RB was open there. So you're getting so wrapped up This is about the third or fourth time we've thrown a one-on-one ball over here. I like it with Jeffrey, but remember, so what you have here is you have an extended vertical, the tight end on another kind of wheelbase vertical, and then 80 coming up across the field. That should be where your read is. And then maybe a late crossing route. I know that flex does this a lot, but the reason flex does this is because it works. You run a slant here, you look for these routes, and when everybody backs up to play the verticals, you can hit that slant underneath. And if you would have looked right here, RB is wide open for the taking because this corner is on the outside leverage. But you're I think you're just getting a little too tunnel focused, tunnel vision here on this one-on-one between Jeffrey and Perry. I think we need to slow down and take the routes available because that it is what the route says is supposed to be the first read route. That's what that red line means. Is that's once again we're hot routing a vertical ball. I do like this corner, and he throws a touchdown. Well done, well done. Let's look this one. Does this match? Is that what ends up happening? So it doesn't match, but because of the flat route, it holds this purple zone down. So remember, cover 3, we have deep middle for the safety, deep third for the corner. This guy's responsibility is essentially to live right underneath this corner route. But because Henry comes out on the flat, because Jones comes in on the drag, that sucks them down. That sucks that linebacker right here on the right side down. And he's a low zone player. So this corner opens up and Perry can't get in front of the play. I do like that. I do like that. So we worked our way down. I mean, what was that, like a 96-yard drive? Obviously, the Henry throw was big against the blitz. That corner was huge. But I think it was a little bit too focused on trying to get these deep balls, these deep one-on-ones, when unfortunately you just don't have the speed to do it. Play action pass here by the Jets. Look how far he's backing up. He's not helping himself at all, and then he throws a pick. Play action works when people are expecting the run. If you run play action when nobody's expecting the run, like with 30 seconds left in the half, that'll hurt you. On the Z spot, Stamer has the corner available. We're going to hot route the go to Jeffrey, go to Jones. I don't hate it, obviously, because it's the end of the half. That flat needs to be a part of the game in the second half. Just get some 2 yards. All right, cool. If you can't run because he wants to run 3-4, come out and get past. He's in 3-4, and there's 5 seconds left in the half. If this is the game you want to play, then we have to get another receiver on the roster. All right, let's go to the second half. So, what do we learn? Well, the Jets are disrespectful. They love this 3-4 odd, and on offense, they love to run the ball. Buffalo, can we keep relying on Edmonds to make plays in run defense? Can we find ways to force Sam Darnold to throw the ball? I'm going to get a water while this first play goes. All right, 2nd and 5 after the first down run. you're getting a lot of mess in the front, so I like that. It does kind of suck to watch him get 3-4 yards against this front. It's creating a lot of problems. Pinching the line. I like getting this corner down. A big shed there, but not going to get it. Once again, the fullback will lead you to the run. That's the strong side, and you have nobody outside. You have to get outside of these linemen if you want to be able to set the edge. Because you got good penetration and nothing to force him back inside. He has like 3 lanes here that you could take. Way outside, he can go here between Robbie and 75, or he can cut right up the field because of this backside block, but looks like the right guard. So shifting our line, yeah, you're getting a 5-man front, but you're giving up the strong side out, edge containment. Which is why 3-4 is the preferred run defense for Madden folks. And it's because you have these run gap fillers and then these outside linebackers that are playing that edges by default. When you're a 4-3 guy or even 5-2, sometimes that's a little bit harder to get set up. Good play there. So I'm noticing that you're playing as Levi on these outside, on these runs. And I don't know. I don't hate it. You instantly kind of jump back in coverage. I think that's just because you're watching the running back and stuff, and you're not really worried about your guy, which is not – people do that all the time. But getting down and crashing the edge, it might even be worth it. There's no receiver to worry about just as soon as the ball snap, come from really wide. There's another big run. Come from really wide angle and crash in, and maybe you can, sneak a tackle in on the running back from way outside to kind of stop him from going to the corner every time. Or maybe draw his run blocker out way outside, and then your edge rushing lineman doesn't have anybody on him. And this is the downside of what happens whenever you are playing the run, is that's what's going to open up this pass. So you have 3 guys that all commit to the running back, the corner, and then both linebackers. Somebody's got to stay inside. I don't know if this is – oh, snap. I accidentally hit the wrong button here. But if you watch, Edmonds, Milano, and White all commit to Bell, and that leaves these inside routes wide open. Somebody's got to stay inside, and that's why it's preferable to use the inside guys, because everybody's looking between the numbers, unless it's like go routes or out routes. Everybody's looking between the numbers on their throws, so the more you cause mayhem and second guessing in that realm, the better off you're going to be. Love that Bruce Reed angle. And then Micah comes up and makes a tackle. Good angle to the ball. The Jets here, I like their commitment to the run. It's tough. I know from a film room perspective, it's way more fun for me and maybe for you guys to kind of see, like when we got to watch Warren and all the different passing concepts he does, and Jordan and how he mixes things up, and Danny. When we get to watch how those things work out, it's a little bit cooler. Then you come out here and you watch the Jets play, and then they just run it and they run it and they run it, and it gets so annoying. But it's important because that's what you can get anytime you hop into a game of Top Madden. You can get the run, you can get the pass. It's like that Snoop Dogg song. Get you with the run. Right? All right, sorry. Anyways, 3rd and 8. So he's in this big I formation. Do we trust the run? Do we believe he's really going to run, or are we going to trust the pass? Defense here. He's giving you a hot route. It's a 7-7 game. He double hot routes and motions out. That's an out route in a nutshell. Okay. Yeah. I knew that was coming. All right. So first thing he did was he motioned out. So you're in obvious cover 3. Why do we know you're in cover 3 and not cover 1? Because there's no receiver out here, and the corner is not even over Crowder. He's playing outside. So he knows he's going to motion out. So he's going to hot route the out. Then he's going to motion him out. And then he's going to smart route the out route. And then that's the textbook cover 3 beater. I don't know if you meant to shade outside or not, but this is why we can trust Tre'Davious. Look at that break. Oh, just pick it, buddy. That would have been 6, boys. Now, that's dangerous, though, right? Because that's not going to happen to everybody. Oh, no. Oh, what a freaking play by White. Troy can't kick a field goal. Man, 3-4 odd. Here they come. I like the toss. Man, who is that? Cashman. Is that Cashman? I don't know who it was. So much speed. 3-4 odd again. 2nd and 10. Motions that quick hitch to more of a curl. Ooh. Oh. All right. Once again, don't be afraid to throw to your combos here. So we're in man. We're in man, and you have your best receiver on the outside line. I understand being concerned about Cashman, user in this play, so I'll forgive you for not throwing it. But there is a distinct advantage if he's going to stay here against Jeffrey. And that's why this is a swing. It's a check down. Check that first. So you hot route Jones to that. Why do I not like that? And here's why. The hitch, the purpose of this play, it works effectively like smash does, which is a hitch in a corner, but this is a hitch in a late, kind of a releasing fade. 2 releasing fades essentially. So this quick hitch is meant to make this corner vacate this deep third immediately. If you make it a curl, then that means you have less time in the pocket. Or you're going to have more time in the pocket to make this throw, which means you better hope your coverage lasts, and you're only protecting 5, so you might be in trouble here. So that's what you want. You want this hitch, this corner to come flying up, and then you can have a one-on-one scenario. And if it's zone and this corner back, maybe nobody's here. That's what this play is designed to do. By hot rodding the deep curl, or not the deep curl, but the 6, 7-yard, 8-yard curl, you kind of take out this concept. So the only thing that's going to be available is the inside release, which is Jeffrey in press against an edge rusher who can't, not even a linebacker, but an edge rusher. And then look at Alshon. Alshon's wide open here. So we got to trust this. You got to identify, because this is a big gain here versus the check down to Henry, which sure gets you, actually got you no yards. But we got to punish him for putting edge rushers in coverage. We got to punish him with this 3-4. Force him out of it. So here he is in nickel. We have fade out. He actually ran this earlier, a version of it on the left side. You're going to throw this post. I love it. Bam. Double post against the blitz. Good timing, good throw. Just misses the jumping defender. Good stuff. All right, here's the a PA bubble route. Not the biggest fan, especially once again we're in 3-4. I do like throwing here, but you're going once again to these. I get it. He caught it. That's amazing. You're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself with these jump balls. All right, 1st and goal, 5 wide. I like this because he likes to be in. This is a money. Oh, best play so far. Best play so far is he wants to come out in 3-4 odd. Fuck you. You got an edge rusher out here. You got a linebacker here. It's just they're so spread out that somebody's going to pop open. Give him that vertical. I know they say don't hot route verticals on the goal line, but zones and trajectories this year, these throws tend to open up, and that's a good read. Well done. Give you a lead there, 14-7. All right. How do you respond? You need a win to start and secure your division. Another stretch. Oof. Is Troy not on the right trigger? Am I the only one that sees how slow Eckler's running? Like, I get it here, but you got to smack. Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's using the right trigger. I mean, don't let me blame. Or let me tell the guy that's got 2 1,000-yard rushers in top Madden how to run the ball. But very interesting. It doesn't look like he's on the right trigger. Another stretch run. There's that speed. Yeah, I knew he wasn't on the trigger. This is all about patience. I like you being in 4-3 versus your 3-4. Why? Bruce Reed gets snaps, which is important because you've been playing a lot of Milano and a lot of Edmonds out of your nickel. Give that rookie some snaps. You didn't take him at 5. I'm going to sit on the bench. Uh-oh. A little bit of lag here. Sorry about that. Oh, what's going on? Is there a pick? There had to have been a pick or something. What happened? I was watching. Did I miss something? There we go. Roy Aiken got a pick. All right. I don't know what was glitching there. Man, look at this. Oh, my God. It was disgusting. What is Corey? Corey gave Todd a controller. What? I mean, this is dangerous because you got Ed Oliver in coverage while you're bringing the blitz. That was incredible range. And then this move was. How big is Roy Aiken? Holy shit, he's got to be 6'4". What? I'm sorry, I didn't see that live. All right, well, you got the lead and the ball and the top clock's moving. And that's why you bring those corners down, like I was mentioning, is they can come off on the edge and help out with those tackles. Troy is relentless in this 3-4 odd, bro. Holy junk. You got him caught on a D lineman. Hippie. There we go. I'm watching this like I'm live. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too into it. Now, you are doing a lot of this, and it makes sense because he's been doing a lot of blitzing, but you've got him drifting left a little bit. Another thing here is we're on this play. So what's the point of this play? And that's the thing when we're picking out of our suggested plays. So you can see it here. So you have double drags, and it's a third cross. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 crossing routes. The double drags is the instant clear routes. If you have a very talented tight end, that's who you would put here, and you can hit one of the 2 drags. Great. If a user linebacker, say a cover 2 middle linebacker, takes one of the drags, this second crossing route is going to come to an abrupt stop. Why is it important that it comes to an abrupt stop? Is that's not common. All the other routes in the playbook, they just kind of keep going, and they're expecting that. So with them stopping, if you throw it and you time it right, they're going to overrun the route. Even then, if they take the drags, it's probably going to be open. And then if they're sitting right underneath this, that's where you hit the late developing dig. That's the read here. But if you move away like you are, You drift away, you kind of take that read away. So watch it. Watch how you would go Croft to Hunt. A, no, nothing. B right there would be the move. I get that you did hit him late. That's cool. But it doesn't have to be this like rolling all the way to the sideline kind of deal. Should run that play more. I never do. All right. Slants what a quick out to Zay over here. Look at how far back he is in this cover 4. I do like that. I said you need to come back to it, and you came back to it on 3rd and short. I like that. I like that. Now we're back to a play that you have run before. You've gone to A both times that you've thrown this. A again. Oh, he missed it late. The one time it was actually open. The one time it was actually open, he doesn't throw it. Corey, you're my favorite. That's so open. But you're gonna wait. You've got to and then Y actually falls on the route, and then you still throw it to him, and he still makes the catch. All right, so both of your big catches by Jeffrey. I don't want to be like bail out. Like I get it. It happens. Everybody's been bailed out, so it's hard to like critique. But let's make sure we're going back and we're watching and critiquing ourselves. We're going right back to the deep ball to Alshon, and we take a sack. Play action is just rough, especially when he's running these same 3-4 odd blitzes and plays and stuff like that. Like it's tough. It's tough to deal with all that pressure coming, and it's not. And that's the difference between 3-4 odd blitzes. Like people they like to blitz and they like to blitz out of nickel. All right, coming back to the screen here. I do like that. It is unfortunate Mosley made a tackle, but on 2nd and 21, you need some yards. He didn't bring pressure. He did run against man, which kind of sucks because I said don't run against man. But the whole point is you could have got some more yards back if that tackle didn't happen. That's unfortunate. That was a good read. It just didn't get down and secure the catch. But yeah, if you would have gotten that a little bit more yards, you might have been in a spot for a field goal here. The win is in your face, so we're going to punt it away on 4th and 21. Let's see what we're going to do from here. Let's go punt. So I think this is the glitch. Yeah, you got glitched, Corey. Not by Troy or anything, but look where he has the ball. He kicked it to the 49 or to the 3, and Troy gets it on the 49. So Madden glitch comes back to haunt. Fuck a 97-yard drive. Now it's going to be a 51-yard drive. All right. 3.5 minutes. There's no panic needed. Three down, 4-3 action here. Unfortunate that Edmonds got blocked. It was rough to see, he came around, made a decision to try to play the edge, and he went dive. It sucks, but it's just one of the necessary evils of run defenses is trying to get aggressive and stop it. It's tough. I wish I could just say, hey, guys, this is how you stop the run, but there just isn't the case, especially when you're playing a guy like Troy. Oh, big ankle tackle there. Just try and get as much on the strong side. Take note of how good their offensive linemen's overalls are. Do these guys tend to lean towards the left side? Are all their big run stuffers on the right? It's just something to remember in the back of your mind because, like we saw before, the strong side is where people will want to run because that's where the help is. But if they have good backside linemen, then you really don't even have to worry about if that's good backside linemen, they don't really have to worry about the whole strong versus weak side run. They could just go and trust those high overall linemen. Some people will do that. Oh, what a big throw. Jamison Crowder. Big throw over the middle, right in front of a corner. I don't know if that was Roy or not. Cover 2 blitz. He's going to use her the corner. Let's see if you actually blitz. I think you shouldn't. Jet sweep. Yeah, don't fall for it. Oh, not jet sweep. Okay. Yeah, now you can blitz. Unlucky. So the downside of the cover 2 blitz is you're really stretching the yellow zones out. Troy does a good job. Let's watch it back one more time. What he's doing is because the yellow zones have to commit, and now there's 3 receivers for this whole area. Edmonds has to get wide, and he just makes a good read. You do a good job usering, but that was a nice play there by the Jets. A good read. A team that's really struggled to pass today, and here they are getting the passing touchdown and a missed field goal. Is that not heartbreaking? He's missed 3 already. Oof. All right, so I'm going to kind of skip through here because what I wanted to call out, 1st and 10, you have the lead, 14-3. 1st down will pretty much end it. Big juke there. That's huge. And stayed in bounds. This is great. So what you need to do, power run. Power run, power run, power run. Power run, continue to run the ball. Make him call his timeouts. You've just gotten in a great position. Make him call his timeout. So, no, run the ball. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. You're falling into the trap. You're falling into his trap. He wants you to throw that ball deep. Run it. You have to make him use his timeouts. It is of utmost importance that even if he gets a chance again, you can pin him deep, assuming the punt glitch doesn't happen again. If you can pin him deep with no timeouts, his life is going to be a struggle. Yeah, that's you've got to run the ball. I like this run there. Go right back to it. Don't fall for it. And another thing to consider is the wind's in your face. So this field goal, whatever you could do to make this field goal less, you fall for it again. I'm telling you, you're about to fall for it again. Alshon Jeffrey, one-on-one, trying to end his whole career. I get it. Almost threw a pick. And now we got to kick a field goal, 50-yarder with 7 mile-per-hour wind in our face. That run that with Henry did everything you needed to do. You forced the timeout. There's less than 2 minutes left. You just got to run. And from the time that happened, you only wasted 20 seconds, and you only had to use 1 more timeout, and we missed the field goal. That end-of-game strategy is the difference here because now Troy's got a timeout and plenty of time. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to get all the way as we kind of watch the end here. I do have another league game to play. But what Troy is able to do because of how much time that he has on the clock is he can come out and he can make a bunch of his plays aren't limited. Whereas if he had 20 seconds left in the game, his plays would be way more limited as he's going to get all the way down to the 35. And then we'll see kind of the last, I wouldn't want to say mistake, but really big mistake here from Buffalo, which is not icing. If you don't use all the resources available to you, then you're only hurting yourself. And we're going to get all the way down, 2 seconds left. Corey has the opportunity to come out and ice him, decides not to. And he misses. So we escape with a victory that we may not have gotten. Man, I should have gotten. I'm sorry. I'm starting up a game right now in another league. But my whole point is you got to use everything available. The Bills escape with a win here, and it really just kind of came down to big plays and kind of getting lucky with the field goals. So something to remember. Hope you guys that are watching this. I know it's not the most high fly game, but it's necessary because you got to kind of see how to attack the different defenses and offenses that you might face, as well as kind of learning from the mistakes. So congratulations to the Bills. Good luck on the Jets on their playoff run. That'll be it for me.